like Lions or Dangerfield? Dangerfield. Come here. Come here. Come take a look. Hello, there he is. He's going to... I didn't make a video because I forgot. Plainly, I just forgot. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Like the video. Let me know what you think in the comments too. But let's begin because it is finals time. There's a couple of hours left until lockout, and I've used up my trades. And I'm pretty happy. I was unfortunately forced to make 2 trades. Pendlebury is done for the season and with a broken leg, and so is Dustin Martin with I think it was a kidney issue. Anyway, the point is I had to trade both of them out. Their seasons are over, and they were in decent form, so I've lost a couple of decent players. I picked up Shy Bolton last week, as you can see in the forward line. Didn't have the best game, but I'm glad I did because it left me money to then replace Pendlebury this week. If I wanted to pick up Hawkins and trade out Waterman from my bench, the Essendon Waterman, and then upgrade Martin to Hawkins, but if I had done that, I wouldn't be able to do what I did with Pendlebury this week. I think Bolton is a decent selection. Richmond just had a bad week last week, and they didn't really score very much as a team in general. So I think Bolton is going to bounce back this week. I forgot who the Tigers have. I think it's not a decent team, so it should be. He should score well. He's playing against Fremantle. Like, let's be real, Bolton should have a decent game. I honestly think that he's going to be a decent recruit for me. He's a dual position player, and look, if I've done it, so I can't, go back. This week, what I've done though is I've traded out Waterman and I brought in Gio Van, who is a forward midfielder, made his debut last week. A friend of mine that's in my main league, he has had Giovan in his team for 3 or 4 months because he downgraded to the cheapest possible player, and that guy actually ended up playing. So, which we were not expecting, and I'm pretty sure I was giving him crap for at least 3 months. But the guy's made his debut, and he's now in my team. So it's funny how things work out. So I brought him in just to pretty much get as much money as possible, and I've traded Pendlebury for a Paddy Dangerfield, who's been in amazing form since he's been back from injury. I've made him my captain as well because he's going up against North Melbourne, and first week of finals, and I think I'm ready to go. I also have Mills back, finally, after he was out for 2 weeks due to he was in that red zone for COVID and he wasn't able to play. He's finally back this week. Good, because he's such an important scorer for me. I think my defense with Laird, Mills, Stewart, Ridley, and Hearn and Short are looking pretty good. Bianco and Walker, I've got reserves as well. If I cop an injury, though, I'm in trouble because I don't have any trades left. So I'm glad that both my defenders have been playing consistent football because I don't have any more trades left. So at least I'll be scoring. I'm unlikely to score any zeros come this final series. Fingers crossed. Also, one good thing, last week, I played the guy in my main league. I think I'm in the maximum amount of leagues, but in my main league, I played the guy that was first and unbeaten all season, and I was second, and I won. I'm very happy. Very happy about that just before finals, so definitely keen. I had an ordinary week too, so I don't know how that happened. Walsh is in great form, didn't have the best game last week, but, pretty good. Dangerfield, obviously, is my captain. I think he's going to be a good scorer. Bontempelli, Oliver, Merritt, Brayshaw, Boak, Crouch. All of these players have shown that they can be very good scorers this season. Crouch is an up and down sort of player. He's the only player that I'm sitting there umming and ahhing with. I brought him in because he was cheap. He's made me... I think I bought him at $100,000 less than what he is now. He's got the ability to score 130 one week and then 30 the week after. Now, luckily, he scored 30 last week, So chances are he's probably going to score the 100 plus. Who are St Kilda playing? They are playing against Carlton. Yeah, he should score about 100 plus, I would say, against their midfield. Luke Edwards hasn't played in a couple of weeks, but I could see him getting back in the side for West Coast. Jai Newcomb, I mean, he's back. He missed the last couple of weeks. Played some impressive football in his first 3-4 games, and then, got dropped. He's now back in the team. He's named this week. I'm glad because it means at least 2 of my 3 emergency players in my midfield are also playing. Matt Parker had a very impressive game last week, and he's a dual position player too, as are my 2 forwards. So he's a forward midfielder, and my 2 my 2 emergency forwards are also forward mids. That means that I've got a pretty decent rotation if I start to cop injuries, which I'm fingers crossed that I don't, but if I start to cop injuries come finals, I can move those sort of players around so I can at least try to avoid as much as possible scoring a 0, which is the worst thing. You don't want to be scoring 0s in finals. Grundy had a really shit game last week, which I was really disappointed about because he was my captain, but look, I still won. Hickey, I'm pretty confident with that ruck. Treacy's back in the team after he didn't play last week. So that means that, I've got a spare ruckman, not going to score a 0 there. Zorko, Zeeble, Hind, Heaney, Bolton, Danaher. It's a decent forward line. Zorko and Zeeble, I mean, you know what you're going to get out of them. Hind as well, he's been regularly in the hundreds. Like, those 3 are probably the most solid. Bolton, I mean, he's been mostly scoring very good this year. I've only had him for 1 week and he scored a 42, so I'm hoping that he can finish the season strong. To be honest, he's probably winning Richmond's best and fairest this year, and he's the only Tiger that's probably in All-Australian selection. Maybe a short, or I can't believe I'm saying it, a Baker as well. Those 3 have been very good this season. So it's possible that Bolton, I think Bolton will finish strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's scoring 90, 100 points. Danaher, he's had a pretty good year, and I've had him all season. I wanted to originally trade him out just before finals, but with all those injuries that I got just before finals, I didn't have the opportunity, so I'm just going into the final series with him. If he scores 92, I'm pretty happy. Heaney is one that he was shit for about a month. I recruited him, and he was terrible for a month, and his last few games have been fantastic. I'm just hoping he keeps that form up. But that's it. McGrath and Giovan, they're playing as well. As long as they play and score something, I don't care what they do. I just don't want to score 0s. And at the moment, my team, look, I'm pretty happy with it. The only players that I'm umming and ahhing about are probably the Danaher Crouch. But I'm going to be honest, I've seen a lot of other teams in the groups, and like all those SuperCoach groups and the subreddits, and I'm definitely not in the worst position possible. So I'll accept it. I'm pretty confident with the team. I'm really looking forward to this final series, and let's see what ends up happening. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'll be back same time, same place next week. Hopefully I will have a win on the board and be shot into a preliminary final in most of my leagues. I'm pretty sure I'm top 2 in all of my leagues anyway, so I would hope that I am playing in a prelim final immediately. That'd be great. But anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next week.